You're eating pineapple. And pineapple is eating you, simultaneously, right now, in real time. That tingling sensation on your tongue, that mild burning on your lips and fingertips, that's not your imagination. That's not sensitivity. That is a biological weapon, refined over millions of years of evolution, actively digesting the tissue inside your mouth while you chew. You are not just consuming the fruit is consuming you. And most people finish the entire slice without ever asking why. But here's the truth. That sensation is one of the most sophisticated chemical defense systems ever developed by a plant. And once you understand the mechanism, you will never take another bite without knowing exactly what you're participating in. If this is the kind of hidden system that makes you think differently, subscribe to Instinct Timelines. Every week we expose the invisible mechanics running the world around you. Rewind, long before grocery stores. Long before fruit salads and poolside cocktails. The pineapple plant evolved in the harsh, competitive ecosystems of South America. No walls, no protection, no farmer guarding it. Just a vulnerable fruit sitting at ground level, surrounded by insects, mammals, and foraging animals that would consume it entirely, seeds included, before those seeds had any chance of spreading. So the plant built an army, not with thorns alone, not just with its spiky exterior. It built a chemical army, an enzyme so aggressive, so biologically violent, that anything attempting to consume the fruit, too early, or too much, would pay a direct physical price. The plant didn't just want to survive, it wanted to control who ate it, how much they ate, and whether they'd come back for more. This wasn't passive defense. This was an active biological negotiation. Enter the mechanism. The weapon is called Bromelain, a proteolytic enzyme, meaning its singular biological function is to break down protein. Completely, systematically, without mercy. Here's the survival analogy that makes this click instantly. Imagine sending a soldier into enemy territory, whose only mission is to dismantle infrastructure, bridges, walls, communication lines. Bromelain is that soldier, and protein is the infrastructure. Your tongue is made of protein. Your gums are made of protein. The soft tissue lining your cheeks and lips, all protein. The moment bromelain contacts living tissue, it begins its work. It cleaves protein bonds at the molecular level. It breaks structure down into raw components. That tingling, that burn, that strange rawness you feel. That is controlled tissue dissolution happening in your mouth in real time. Your saliva and body temperature accelerate the process. The longer the contact, the deeper the effect. Eat enough fresh pineapple at once, and the damage becomes visible. Mouth sores, raw patches, bleeding gums in extreme cases. The plant is not malfunctioning. It is working exactly as designed. It is reminding you, chemically, physically, unmistakably, that you are dealing with something alive, something that fought to exist. Now here is where the modern world quietly diffused the weapon. And most people never noticed. Canned pineapple doesn't burn. Cooked pineapple doesn't sting. The reason is simple and revealing. Heat destroys bromelain. Industrial processing, the high temperature. Canning process denatures the enzyme completely, renders it biologically inert. The chemical soldier is neutralized before the product ever reaches your mouth. This is why the food industry shifted heavily toward processed pineapple. Safer for mass consumption, no consumer complaints, no uncomfortable burning sensation, reminding people they're eating something with a defense system. The wildness gets cooked out, the warning gets removed, and the product becomes passive, easier to sell, easier to consume, easier to forget. But bromelain itself, extracted, concentrated, and sold separately, it becomes a medical-grade tool, used in wound debridement to remove dead tissue, used as a digestive enzyme supplement, used in meat tenderizers because it does to beef exactly what it does to your mouth. The same mechanism the pineapple built for survival is now a pharmaceutical product. Generating billions in revenue, the plant's weapon became an industry. The pineapple never wanted to be eaten completely. It wanted partial consumption, just enough for seed dispersal, with enough discomfort to prevent total destruction. It built a precise, calibrated biological boundary, and for millions of years, that boundary held. Then humans arrived, ignored the warning, scaled the production, neutralized the defense, and sold the weapon back to themselves in capsule form. Every living system builds boundaries to survive. The ones that forget their boundaries get consumed entirely. Subscribe to Instinct Timelines, because the most dangerous systems are always the ones hiding in plain sight. Subscribe to Instinct Timelines to watch more amazing videos in future.